good hustle tonight.
So how did training go? How are you feeling about FC Kansas City on Wednesday?
Good. Right now, it was just a day to get out and kind of get the legs moving. We've had 2 days off, so we're just kind of getting back into things, getting back to the swing of things again, and kind of competing a little bit. At this rate of the season, I think it's just all about competing, and the teams aren't that different on the roster, but it's all about competing and who wants it more. And today's practice showed that you just got to kind of grit it out and get the 3 points.
So you're going to be missing Jody Taylor for both this game and the next game. She's been central to the Spirit attack. Have you guys talked about how you're going to kind of compensate for that, or what the game plan is going to be?
I mean, you can't replace a Jody Taylor. We can just say it like that. With her hustle and her speed and her mentality, it's just been everything for us this season. So we're going to try our best to fill in that spot. We haven't really talked about it yet, but just take some of the things that Jody's done and kind of implement them, whoever gets put in that spot. But I think, Denisha, Caroline Miller, Lisa Devanna, all of them are up to the challenge, and it's times like these where players want to compete and really push for that spot. So anybody who goes in there is going to do a great job.
So do you think it's more about kind of putting someone else in the same role she used to fulfill, or do you think it'll be a little bit more maybe changing up the midfield and only playing one up top? Or
it might be a variety of things. Obviously, if you're not, nobody's as fast as Jody Taylor on this team besides Crystal probably. But if Denisha goes in there, she's going to do what she does best, which is holding up the ball, making through runs, and everything like that. Same with Caroline and Lisa. So we want to build on the things that we've been working on all season with Jody, but at the same time, we want to stick to our strengths, whether that person is holding the ball up for us or making the piercing runs.
So Lisa was a mid-season addition to the team, as was Kirsten. How did the addition of those 2 players kind of change your role or change what you were doing on the field?
I think it just added a little bit of variety to our attack. Lisa, she just wants to run at people, which is great because it allows us all to get numbers forward. Whereas Kirsten just brings experience with the German national team, winning a World Cup, just learning from her in practice and kind of getting little tips here and there of what I can do better goes a long way for me and for this team. So I think they add pace, they add experience, and they're fun to watch.
So what's it like kind of being in the midst of a playoff fight this season versus last season where the Rangers weren't in a position to be fighting for that?
Yeah, it's great, because I was on Seattle last season, so it's good to be in, a winning team again, and I think this team has done a great job in the off-season preparing for that and really gritting out games that we might not have played the best, but we got the 3 points. Right now, like I said before, it's all about competing and who wants it more, because at the end of the day, it's not always about the best players, it's who's going to put the ball in the back of the net. So I take the grit in this team over any team in the NWSL.
Do you think you have an advantage playing the majority of your remaining games at home?
Absolutely. We have the best fans in the NWSL, so we need to fill up the Soccerplex. We need all the fans we can get in that stadium and get it loud to be that 12th man advantage.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah.
Do you have an EPL team?
I don't. I kind of watch. I mean, there's so many great players now. I feel like spread out with all these trades and transfers going on. I'm like, okay, everyone's all over the place. So Chelsea's good though. Our coach likes Chelsea, so I feel like now I'm like, ooh, okay, let me watch Chelsea. So yeah.
So I guess just to start off, how's the league feeling?
Good. Feels good. I mean, it's not 100%, but it's basically there. So everything's good.
How is it kind of working through injuries throughout the season? Because your senior year at UNC, you had struggled with that as well, but that was kind of your first year dealing with it.
Yeah, I haven't really been injured except at age 21, so I think I've had a good life leading up till then. Injuries come. I mean, I didn't expect my soccer career to be injury-free, so I think now at an early age it's good to have these injuries now as opposed to like later in my career. So yeah, it's tough to battle injuries because you still want to practice, you still want to be with the team, but I think I've been doing all I can to get healthy and perform on the field.
Absolutely. Do you think you're ready for 90 minutes on Wednesday?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was ready against Portland, and I think, I felt great after the game, and I think I'll be ready for the next game.
So how has it felt to kind of settle into the left back position? Because in preseason, at the beginning of the year, you were in midfield a little bit more, but it seems like you've really kind of slotted in well to the left back.
Yeah, I think I'm used to it. It's not anything really new. I'm used to being kind of thrown all over the place. I don't think I've ever been comfortable in one position. That's just how my career has been, and I think I've just developed the mentality to be like, wherever I'm needed, I'm going to be there. So it's been fun. It's been fun. I like the position.
How do you think your year with this Spirit has, I guess, developed you as a professional, and how does that maybe translate to the national team?
I think competing is one thing I've learned. This league is really intense. Anyone can really win any game. So for me, it's developing that mentality to kind of go after every game and have that mentality last throughout all 90 minutes. So for me, I think it's a good platform for me to hopefully be called in with the national team and definitely develop more as a player.
So obviously developing as a whole with the team, but do you feel like you've really been able to learn with, having other experienced players on the back line like Ali Krieger, having a goalkeeper behind you like Ashlyn Harris?
Definitely. I mean, they're great role models. I mean, to me, they're also great teammates and great people. So for me, I'm always playing right next to, the best outside back I think there is, and she's taught me so much, and her playing actually center back is actually funny. We're always just like joking, like, this is a little weird right now, but I love playing next to her. Kriegs is awesome.
So, game plan for Wednesday.
Yeah.
What do you think are the keys to a Spirit victory?
I think just moving the ball. Kansas plays really well together. They're a possession team, and I think they move the ball really well. So for us, it's kind of matching their possession and hopefully getting into spaces and exposing them wherever they're weak at. So I think for us, it's just keeping the ball moving and being patient. There's too many times I think we kind of get a little ahead of ourselves, and I think just patience is our key.
So do you think you have an advantage playing the majority of your remaining games at home?
Yeah, I would say playing home is a great advantage. We have a great pitch. Their field was fine, but it was turf, and I think for us, grass is definitely the way to go. So I think for us, hopefully we can get a victory in front of our fans.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.